Apple's iPhone 18 lineup is already taking shape behind the scenes. And fresh leaks are giving us an early look at how Apple could completely refine the display experience across its next generation of flagship phones. According to new information, shared by well-known tipster Digital Chat Station, Apple has reportedly entered the early prototyping stage for the entire iPhone 18 family, and the changes being tested point to smarter design tweaks, more display differentiation, and a clearer gap between the standard and Pro models, rather than a radical redesign from scratch. So what exactly is Apple planning for the iPhone 18 series display, launch timeline, and core hardware? Let's break it down right now. All four main models in the iPhone 18 lineup are said to be in internal sampling: the regular iPhone 18, a new iPhone 18e or entry-level option, the rumored iPhone Air 2, plus the iPhone 18 Pro and iPhone 18 Pro Max. These prototypes are giving us an early window into how Apple intends to evolve the dynamic island, introduce under-display Face ID, and push its Pro lineup even further ahead of the standard models. Starting with the standard iPhone 18, Apple reportedly isn't trying to reinvent the wheel on the front design, but it is finally making some changes that fans have been asking for. The base iPhone 18 is tipped to feature a 6.27-inch LTPO OLED display with a 120Hz refresh rate. That's a big deal, because it suggests that Apple may finally bring high refresh rate promotion-style screens to the non-Pro tier, something users have been wanting for years. This new panel is still expected to carry the dynamic island. Cut out at the top, the pill-shaped area we've seen since the iPhone 14 Pro series, but with further refinements in software and layout. Rather than killing the dynamic island on the standard iPhone 18, Apple seems more interested in polishing how it looks, how it animates, and how it integrates with notifications and live activities. Next in the lineup is the iPhone Air 2, which is shaping up to be one of the most intriguing models in Apple's future roadmap. According to Digital Chat Station, the iPhone Air 2 is being tested with a 6.55-inch LTPO OLED display, again with a 120Hz refresh rate. That means a slightly larger, smoother screen than the standard iPhone 18. While still retaining the familiar dynamic island on the front, the Air branding hints at Apple's classic formula: a focus on being thinner, lighter, and more comfortable to hold without sacrificing too much in performance or visual quality. Think of it as a bridge between the regular iPhone and the Pro series, a device that keeps the recognizable front layout but puts extra emphasis on sleekness, portability, and modern display tech. But the biggest visual evolution in the iPhone 18 generation isn't happening on the standard or Air models. It's happening on the iPhone 18 Pro and iPhone 18 Pro Max. The Pro models are where Apple usually takes the biggest design risks, and this time is no exception. According to the leaks, Apple is internally testing a 6.27-inch LTP or 120Hz display on the iPhone 18 Pro, a 6.86-inch LTP or 120Hz display on the iPhone 18 Pro Max in paper. That sounds like a minor bump and refinement over current sizes. But the real story is what Apple is doing with the Face ID hardware and front camera. For the first time, Apple is reportedly moving part of the Face ID system under the display on the Pro models. Instead of the full dynamic island, containing both the camera and all the Face ID sensors, the iPhone 18 Pro and Pro Max prototypes are said to feature a small punch hole cutout just for the front camera, the remaining Face ID components hidden beneath the display. What does that mean for the design? It means the dynamic island area is expected to shrink, potentially quite dramatically. Since its debut on the iPhone 14 Pro, the dynamic island has remained the same in size and shape, even though Apple has been expanding what it can do in software. With the iPhone 18 Pro series, we could see the first major step towards a more minimal, less intrusive cutout, a transitional move on the way to a truly full-screen iPhone in the future. If Apple pulls this off, The iPhone 18 Pro and iPhone 18 Pro Max may end up with some of the cleanest, most futuristic display designs on any iPhone to date. With more usable screen space and a more immersive viewing experience, the redesign of the front also signals something bigger. Apple is clearly planning to further separate standard and Pro iPhones in terms of design sophistication. While the base iPhone 18 and iPhone Air 2 keep the familiar dynamic island layout, the Pro models step into a new era with slimmed-down punch holes and under-display biometrics. Display changes aren't the only way Apple is preparing to shake up the iPhone 18 generation. There are also strong rumors that the company will adjust its launch schedule and release strategy. Instead of unveiling the entire iPhone 18 lineup together in its usual autumn event, leaks suggest Apple may stagger the launch across multiple windows. Late 2026, iPhone 18 Pro, iPhone 18 Pro Max, Apple's long-rumored foldable iPhone Spring 2027, standard iPhone 18A, more affordable iPhone 18e model for the iPhone Air 2. There is currently no fixed launch window being reported, which suggests Apple could choose to either announce it alongside the Pro models or treat it as a mid-cycle addition, similar to how it has handled some or secondary launches in the past. If Apple really goes ahead with this strategy, it would mark a major change from the traditional all iPhones in September rhythm. It would also reinforce the idea that the Pro series is the true flagship showcase, getting the spotlight first alongside a next-gen foldable iPhone, while the standard and entry-level models follow later. On the hardware side, Apple is gearing up to take another major leap with its custom silicon. The iPhone 18 Pro and iPhone 18 Pro Max are rumored to debut a brand new A20 Pro chip, reportedly built on a cutting-edge 2nm process. Moving to 2nm would deliver multiple key benefits: higher performance for demanding tasks like gaming, pro apps, and advanced AI features, better power efficiency, which can translate to longer battery life or more power without added heat, extra headroom for machine learning and on-device AI, an area Apple is heavily investing in across iOS updates. The A20 Pro could easily become one of the biggest selling points for the iPhone 18 Pro series, especially if Apple uses it to drive new camera features, smarter photo processing, and advanced video capabilities that the standard models simply can't match. Speaking of cameras, Apple is reportedly testing significant imaging upgrades for the iPhone 18 Pro lineup. Two improvements are especially interesting: a variable aperture system, letting the camera adjust the lens opening depending on the shooting scenario. This can help balance sharpness, background blur, and low-light performance more intelligently. Improved image sensors, which should offer better dynamic range, cleaner low-light shots, and more detailed overall dot, combining a refined camera system with the power of the A20 Pro chip means we can expect the iPhone 18 Pro and Pro Max to push even further towards professional-grade photography and videography, with more control, more flexibility, and more depth to what creators can do with their phones. All these changes, the under-display Face ID, the smaller punch hole camera, the 2nm A20 Pro processor, and the enhanced camera setup point to one clear strategy: Apple is widening the gap between the standard iPhone 18 models and the iPhone 18 Pro series. In the iPhone 18 generation, the Pro models aren't just getting an extra zoom lens and smoother screen. They're evolving into a more distinct, premium class with more advanced display tech, cleaner front design with under-display components, next-generation performance hardware, exclusive or significantly better camera systems, standard iPhone 18, iPhone 18 East, and iPhone Air 2 will still benefit from LTPO 120Hz panels, slimmer designs, and refined dynamic island usage. But Apple seems determined to ensure that the jump up to iPhone 18 Pro and iPhone 18 Pro Max feels bigger than ever.